What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Culture Junkies Live. We got a great episode in store for you all today. We got Andor to talk about. We got Wrestlemania to talk about. We got Star Wars to talk about. And a couple of trailers that we're going to live, review and react to. I'm Kishiro. I'm your one of the five hosts, Culture Junkies Live. The great Adakuchi here, GQ here, and Megashawn there.
Yes.
And Simon Says over there in the producer's chair. Looking solemn. I think he's depressed because WrestleMania wasn't very good in his estimation. Is that safe to say? Simon Says.
I have no comment just yet.
Oh.
We don't get into it. Don't worry about it.
We will definitely get into it. Great day. Had 2-night event. Night one, great. Night two, but what's more important is having the camaraderie with the friends. Got to hang out with the fellas. Got to hang out with young Sosa over there. He was enjoying himself a little bit too much.
He was in rare form over there.
Yeah. Got to eating the beans for the first time, and he was.
I didn't even know. Yeah, he was in rare form.
Yes, he was.
All across the board.
All day long in GQ's dungeon, he was.
So how much that cost? How much that cost?
Despite many warnings.
How much that cost?
Despite many warnings, me saying don't touch nothing.
He's the Riddler, man.
Yeah, don't
ask him questions.
touch nothing.
How much that cost?
Yes.
How much that cost?
Like, what's that?
How much that cost?
Like, what is that? Yeah. What's that over there?
He's curious.
He's curious. Just normal kid.
Just
a normal
That's
kid.
why I just got quiet. I said, "Hey, however, it's not my not my area.
Yeah.
However he want to handle it."
Man,
I mean, again,
he was good.
Yeah, the area is overstimulating for anybody that's a fan of pop culture. So for a young mind and a young child, it's going to be like Candyland.
Yeah.
So it's So it's like, okay, he's respectful, and that's cool.
Yeah. Until he line stepped.
Man.
All right, it's time for you to go to bed.
I mean, it's a candy land, but also if you hitting that right age, it's perfect for boys that are going through puberty too.
Oh man, listen, this
you know what I mean?
It was man. Man.
It was,
and I was they were whispering to me. They said, "Is that you, Megashawn? Have you returned?" Oh man,
it's been a while.
Man.
It's been a while. Anyway, man. So hope everybody had a great weekend. Obviously, 2 nights WrestleMania. Night one with the fellas. Had a nacho bar at my house. I hosted this time. Watched the Pistons game 1. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. It don't even matter. It don't even matter.
That was disappointing.
It don't matter. It's tied up now. It don't matter.
And that's fine. But that first night, that game 1 was disappointing.
Yes,
as
it was.
well. Just given
21-0.
Yeah, you can't. 21. You cannot let nobody run 21-0 on you in the playoffs.
Inexcusable.
That was bad.
Inexcusable. Shut up. I don't even want to hear it.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be the damn Grizzlies.
Hey,
that
51
first game.
points. That's right.
Dude.
Wait, what happened?
51
Go ahead.
So the Grizzlies lost game 1 against the OKC. 51 points. Third quarter, it was a wrap.
Jeez.
They got blew out the second game too.
All right, no, quit playing basketball at that point. If you lose by 51 or anything in the NBA
as
is
a
ridiculous.
As a professional in the playoffs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, stop playing. Take their license away.
Take the whole
take the stadium
away.
Take the stadium. Take all the merch off the shelves.
Like, you know what? You're not even competitive. Just give it back.
Move back to
Move back to
Vancouver.
The head coach got fired.
Yeah,
he did.
Well, that's the first off. That's the first time that I've ever personally, because normally I'm like, you can't blame the coach. Coach ain't playing. By 51, though, what's the coach doing?
He was like,
but they fired the coach.
They fired the head coach
3 days before the playoffs.
Yes, 3 days before the playoffs were again. They fired their head coach.
And now they're getting
never
drummed.
Let the assistant.
Nobody
listen.
did.
Nobody saw that coming.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Now they're getting drummed
That's
by
probably worse
50.
than Lovey Smith. Smith.
Yeah.
Smithy. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the Bears coach.
Yeah.
But no,
winning record. You're
Wait,
fired.
go
Happened twice. Because remember, Mike Malone just got fired.
Yes,
from the
he
Nuggets.
did. Right before the playoffs too.
Who does that?
Yeah, hey, listen.
Okay.
Man, listen.
So who took over? Was it
The assistant coaches.
Assistant
And
coach.
now they're
That's
getting
what they're gonna
drummed.
get. Move back to Vancouver.
Yeah, that's wild, man. What's up to the other Steve, Wolverine Solid both of y'all checking in early. Appreciate y'all. Wolverine Solid for 44 months in a row. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Beyond
awesome.
That's what's
we do
up.
appreciate you. So obviously, WrestleMania is always about hanging out with the fellas, having some good food. I had a nacho bar at my house. GQ got chicken wings and some beans that obviously Young Sosa really enjoyed. Some potatoes. You still got some of that Chicken Shack.
Of course.
The coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
The coleslaw, unfortunately, is not great without the potatoes. Like I can't just eat the coleslaw. You still got potatoes?
Remember, I ordered 2 pans of potatoes.
I didn't know you ordered 2 pans.
We only went through 1 pan of potatoes.
I need to get some more potatoes. I got an air fryer, man.
There you go.
Look, brother, I put some potatoes.
So WrestleMania Night 1. Let's start there.
All right.
Night 1 WrestleMania. Obviously, we were in and out because we were flipping back and forth between the game. But to me, they had the better matches. They had the better main event too. We talk about some of the matches that we saw on Night 1 that you guys really enjoyed.
I don't remember them because basketball.
Wow.
Are we watching? I was like, are we watching WrestleMania? Or are we watching basketball?
Well, yeah,
we were watching basketball. WrestleMania was on.
Yeah.
Yes, it was on.
I mean, the main event was really, really good though, with Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
That was that one.
And not Cody Rhodes, but Seth Rollins,
CM Punk,
and Roman Reigns.
And Roman Reigns, yes.
That was a solid 3-way dance.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Okay, that was good. I remember
that. And then some of the other matches were good, but I mean he's right. That was the best match out of that whole night for me. The swerve, actually double swerve by Paul Heyman was
yes.
Paul Heyman is still classic, man. It's like, just do not trust that man ever.
No, ever. And just, I mean, honestly, that one was really good. I really felt like, okay, I think we were taking there was wagers about who was going to be the mystery opponent.
Oh, I called it.
And Dido definitely did call it. He said, watch, it's going to be Joe Hendry. And sure enough.
And they said his name.
It was Joe Hendry.
I said his name, and he appeared.
He appeared, yes. That match was very quick.
Yeah, it pretty much
that
was.
match was very quick.
I didn't like that because you can't be having your champion lose like that. But then again, I understand it was Randy Orton, but that quickly, that was they
kind of made him like it was a joke, and he is a champion of the TNA. I don't think I personally don't think it was appropriate, but it's like, you're coming in my house, you're gonna have to abide by my rules.
Yeah,
and you want to be here. It's the biggest you're gonna be in if you're not in WWE. You're gonna have to take your bumps.
Well, I mean, TNA, they're doing a partnership, so I mean, it's kind of like basically they're 1A and 1B, but. I still, I just don't get how they can, like, I mean, I mean, they were okay with it, but still though, it's like you pin their heavyweight champion on WrestleMania. That's kind of like,
that is kind of weird.
Because like that shit happened before, and then like all clout. Because like what happened to Karrion Kross? Karrion Kross got pinned when he was the NXT champion by Jeff Hardy. And all his credibility went out the window, and
he's mad.
No, he got fired.
Yeah, he did.
Well, who was he when? Because you guys weren't hearing it when he was just yelling and.
That was long. That was like a while ago.
Not that one.
They brought him back though, but still that he lost all momentum after that.
Oh yeah.
What were you about to say, Megatron?
I mean, well, he had a good pop.
Yeah,
when he came out,
he had a very good pop.
He had a good pop, but then I mean that would be the difference. Like for example, the playoffs. You rolling, and then you get to WrestleMania. Sometimes you might get drummed by 50. It happens.
I think the other part of it is because I didn't. Again, we saw Joe Hendry more recently before this at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now in Royal Rumble, there's so many people in the ring. It's whatever. Nobody is expected to come in as a guest in the Royal Rumble and win it. That's just usually just does not happen. We know that, but. I didn't realize how small he is compared to Randy Orton, because when they faced off, I was like, this dude is actually kind of small. And like you said, it's Randy Orton. He's probably not going to lose. I don't think TNA really loses too much on him losing to Orton. If he came in and jobbed out to just nobody. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Orton is
It
a
would've been
veteran.
worse.
Orton's a veteran. He's been around. Anybody that you bring in like Orton's level, or if he lost a Roman Reigns, like nobody expects him to beat Roman Reigns or something like that. I don't think the TNA belt loses anything on that, because it's not like he lost to just anybody. He lost to, I don't know how many times Orton, I think 12-time champ, world champ or
14.
something. 14 times. It's like you're the champ and you're younger and you're smaller, and TNA's little brother right now. You're not going to beat the big dude. You're just not. So it's Joe Hendry. I don't think loses anything on this. He got a WrestleMania check out of it.
WrestleMania appearance.
Yeah, right.
Big
WrestleMania
ass pop.
appearance is right. He's already over. Like, his song became a meme for like a couple of months. So it's like
it was everywhere.
Yeah, dude's fine. It's like this loss didn't hurt him. It actually, like I said, it's going to elevate him, I think.
For sure.
He said, "Why are you clapping?"
So I think you, I forget who was that made I think it was you, Megatron, that made a point that some of the women's matches were better than some of the men's matches, and I think from night one. No, go ahead.
Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill, brother. That was night 2, I think, right?
No, that was night one.
That was night one. Okay, yeah.
That was night one.
Jade Cargill.
That was the highlight of night one for me.
Okay.
And then you can go to, for Roman and the triple threat and the old kibosh, from Paul Heyman.
Yes.
But Jade
Cargill. Yeah.
picked her up and
She was flexing, bro.
Yeah.
She was flexing.
Only thing I don't like about her appearance was that bodysuit she had on.
Okay, I got a question about that, because you guys apparently saw a bodysuit. I saw on the internet she had a wardrobe malfunction.
She
that
did.
If you had a bodysuit, I don't know how that was with.
So
how that would even.
it was like
do what it do.
you saw a nipple, right?
Supposedly,
I did.
Are you talking about Naomi?
No,
Jade
we're talking about
Cargill
Jade Cargill.
had a mishap.
I did. I saw it.
Naomi was kind of like pulling her shit up.
She was. No,
yeah.
she absolutely was. But no, Jade, full on nip slip that I saw. And I looked at the effects. I was like, did y'all see that? It happened so fast. It was like a blink you missed.
If it did happen, the replays are not going to have it.
Hell no. Ain't going to happen.
They probably already covered it up.
I mean, it's on the internet somewhere. 'Cause I saw it.
That's where I saw it
on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like I said, the bodysuit part was like, because she had those lightning bolt designs or whatever.
Yeah.
That part was a bodysuit. Her arms were out. Her legs were covered because
It
Naomi's
was the chest up here because it was.
Yeah, chest up here was a part of a bodysuit.
Yeah. So how the heck they pop out?
I mean, but they were.
Was it see-through?
I mean, they were high though.
Yeah, they were high.
Yeah, they were high.
Yeah.
So
It's like when she was laying on her back, you could see it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill, great match. I think it was the Dom versus Dom Mysterio versus.
Are we talking night one or night two?
No, this is still night one.
That's night one.
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio versus I forget who he was wrestling under.
Go ahead, Ryan. You know it.
It was Penta, Dom Mysterio, Braun Breaker, and Finn Balor or Pin Balor.
Are we talking night one or night two?
That's still night one.
That's night two.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're right. You are right.
I was there.
You were right. It was night
Dominic
two.
Mysterio.
I was there.
Dominic
night
Mysterio
two.
was night two.
All right.
He's right.
My bad,
That's
my
why
bad.
I'm like, what night are we talking about?
My bad. All right.
I said Jade Cargill and
but
the show that
again,
went off the rail.
Night one was the two masks. You had America.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah. Whatever.
That's the one I was talking about.
What was that dude's name? Ray
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix
That's it.
is the brother of Penta.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I kind of saw that basically him losing that because they want to push more Americano Grande or whatever.
Americano Grande.
Dude, my man has a damn coffee. Named after a coffee.
I think that's freaking hilarious.
Now,
It is.
related news. There was that TKO basically acquiring what was that AAA. Tell us about that a little bit because I'm a little.
I don't know what they triple is.
Basically, AAA is the one of the many or two biggest Mexican wrestling organizations. You have them, and then you have CMLO. Those are one of the big ones out in Mexico. Which is funny because their mega champion is Alberto Del Rio.
Really?
No way. Really?
Alberto El Patron, as he's known.
El
So
Patron.
he's their champion, and he's already got heat down there because I think he got into it with a fan, and they had suspended him. So
wait, are we saying that Alberto Del Rio, who was famously fired from
Twice.
WWE twice, now that they bought him, are they going to fire him again? Is the question. Right?
They can't because he's their champion, though.
They can find a way.
But
Get rid of him.
they
What'd he
can. But
do?
I mean, as of right now, shit, I think he still got heat. But there's some pretty good wrestlers down there.
Okay.
Couple of they have trios championships, tag team champions, and I think they have actually, which is kind of cool. They have mixed tag team champions, so that's pretty dope.
Hey, so I would love to hear from everybody out there in the crowd. MK Prior 12, good to see you. Anybody else that's in the chat, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch, do comment us. Let us know what your favorite match from night 1 was. Night 2, we had that 4-way Braun Breaker, Dom Mysterio, Penta. We had the ladies tag match, I think it was.
That was good.
That one I thought was really
Which
good.
was funny because they lost the belts the night after on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, wow. They lost it that fast.
That's
Okay. And I know there was a world heavyweight title match. There was a U.S. title match.
Shit, we didn't talk
Gunter
about
lost, but in night 1, I think that was when we first tuned in.
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso,
Yeah.
right? Which I think sets up a very interesting thing. Obviously, his little feud with Solo Sikoa, I guess, is over.
Yeah,
That the whole thing is over.
oh, that was never really a thing because it was just
They tried to push it though.
no, it was like Bloodline. It was like Bloodline versus old Bloodline.
Yeah.
They, he's over in SmackDown. But again, that whole crossover thing doesn't really matter or whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, they're probably will set up Seth and Jey Uso where Seth does bring the belt back.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, everybody was kind of like shitting on the whole Jey Uso thing. I was like,
Why?
what did it? Come on, man. I mean, really? It's it's not like, I mean, he is a main eventer, but a lot of people didn't see it that way. They literally looked like it was like them throwing him a bone, or not really throwing him a bone, but trying to push him because the way they see it, Roman on his way out, and they want to
Get another Samoan.
keep it that way, something
Okay.
like that. So, but
Okay. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I
mean,
guess
I don't agree with it either.
Yeah, from his side of things, he's a world champ. He's getting that world champ check.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing wrong
And the crowd, the crowd moved with him.
The crowd is into
him
completely. So again, I understand that there's a lot of people that are they call them smart marks and all the various different terms and whatnot. It's like, look, man, Triple H clearly has a plan to do something with Jey Uso currently.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody to feud with him. And there's always going to be somebody that wants the damn title. So it's like if you put a belt on him, man, he's been there. He's been working his butt off for over 14 years now, I think. So it's like, okay, he gets a push from the crowd. He gets a push from the back office. He's a world champ. Just let him have that moment before people start trying to tear him down. It's like, come on.
All right, now night 2, main event. John Cena versus Randy Orton. I mean, not Randy Orton. Excuse me.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Yep.
The Cody Rhodes intro I thought was pretty cold. Him coming up with the modified Iron Man mask, I thought that was pretty sweet. John Cena coming in with his just normal old music, just walking down, just like after this you won't see me. After this you can't see me, essentially.
Yeah.
But what do you think? I mean, honestly, I felt like the main event of night 2 was a bit of a letdown. What do you guys think?
The best part was Stone Cold running into that wall.
Yo, that was the best part of night 2. Yeah,
They're still trying to play. They still trying to do crowd control on that one.
Yeah, because he missed the ramp at first. That's what taking him so long.
Yeah.
And then when he backed up, he got stuck in between the ramp. They had to come try to pull him out, whatever.
He was hitting them corners, bro.
That man was hitting them Steve Weisers hard before he came out.
Yeah, he was
hitting them corners, bro.
Clearly a little inebriated.
Yeah.
But the president of the company came down the
I
ringside.
wonder how hard that what you call it, that guy.
Well, those barricades, you saw how much they shift.
Yeah.
They're on like some type of springs or something. So he hit it, and I guarantee you that woman's leg got clipped hard.
Man.
So
Yeah, man.
they coming out of some money. There's no doubt about that. Like
payday.
right. If the president of the company has to come down the ringside and talk to her, something's up. Like, yeah, that's about to be a lawsuit or something. Travis Scott, I agree 100%. Travis Scott was.
Travis Scott
I got to say something.
Go ahead.
So this whole thing was supposed to be set up by The Rock, being the whole thing where he's, oh yeah, I want you to sell your soul to Cody Rhodes and everything like that. And everyone was like, the reason why this match was supposed to happen, or because like the rumor was John Cena was supposed to turn heel at Mania, not before it. But when The Rock inserted himself and, did that whole final boss shit, and then at, I think it was Elimination Chamber where Cena turned heel, The Rock was supposed to, everyone was hoping The Rock was going to show up and then cost Cody the belt, but it was like, Travis Scott, and he took his sweet ass time getting to the ring. I was like, dude, you're supposed to be the interference, and you taking your sweet ass time. Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Yeah. Legend saying he's the saving grace of the match. I don't know about the
Really?
saving grace of the match.
Saving grace of the match.
The thing is, though, I know people are complaining about Travis Scott and him taking his time and that. At the same time, if I was put in his position, I wouldn't have had zero problems being part of WrestleMania. It's like, come on now. It's like he probably got 500,000 or something to go do it. It's like whatever he got. It's like, let's be real. Like all of us sitting here as fans, they were like, hey, Great Dadakuji, I need you to be part of this whole little storyline that we're telling. You're going to be in there with The Rock, John Cena, Cody Rhodes. He wants you to come down and run interference and be part of it. You going to say no?
I'm not going to say no, but I think I put a little bit more excitement into it. I mean, Travis Scott looked like you had the Steve Weisers in one hand, and he was probably smoking on some Travis whatever, smoking on something because he's taking his whole, I don't know.
Would have been over with by the time he got down there.
I think I would have been a little bit more enthusiastic. And I'm not trying to bring this to Logan Paul, but that's why, because the guy seems like he's taking it serious. He wasn't just like a guest star thing, and I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna, look like I need to be in the what they call it before they bought up everything.
I'm sorry,
the indie circuit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, MK Pryor 12. He don't even look like he's a full-time wrestler.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever he's been training on, he needs more training.
Exactly. He needs to put. I don't think he's putting his heart into it. And I just found out that's not his real name.
Oh, his real name is terrible.
Well, it's not quite terrible. It's just that's not his real name, and I just thought that was weird because
Look at him.
you need to put on some muscle.
There's nothing athletic about it. I've seen these Tough Enough shows, and I've seen the people that they've cut. They're 280 pounds doing backflips off the top turnbuckle. He's there for one reason and one reason only, and it's marketing. I'm sure he did sign a contract to be a full-time wrestler. He's going to be the equivalent. Who's the guy with the hair and the sunglasses? Who was always somebody's like
the Apple?
But no, he wasn't a wrestler though.
Oh,
he was
a
always
ballet.
Sure, if that's the name.
Oh, you mean sunglasses? What are you talking about?
The guy that used to come in with somebody. He had on the sunglasses, the big hair.
How long ago?
He's an older, our generation.
Like in the 80s,
maybe
90s?
Like before
Oh,
the
you
Rock.
talking about Jimmy Hart?
That
Jimmy
is
Hart.
that
Jimmy
is
Hart.
what he is. He's
Okay.
not a he's
Yeah.
Paul Heyman.
A manager.
Oh,
He's the understudy.
Well,
What's that guy's name?
Oh, Paul Bearer.
Yeah, Paul
He's
Bearer.
Paul
Bearer.
Bearer. He's-
Hell no.
Yeah, with marketing like that. I'm saying he's not
I
a
get you.
wrestler. He
I
can
don't
sign.
think anybody would even buy him as valet though.
No,
Right.
Like, no.
But I'm just saying, if he signed a contract, I'm saying he's not a wrestler.
absolutely not.
So
no
he
one
would
will
have,
buy it.
So if you're not a wrestler and you're there, he's a valet.
Yeah.
Or maybe one notch
If
above.
he's a manager, he's a terrible manager.
Oh, 100%. But
Because like if you're a manager, your ass should have been right down there before set up that interference. You took your sweet ass time.
100%. But to his
He
point,
was rubbing that damn belt all the way down,
For
like,
sure.
like it was
but
a
to
genie
GQ's
bottle.
point, all of them want to be there. All of them are probably getting 25,000 a night, and then here comes this fuck because of his, marketing, partnership, getting 500K or whatever it may be. He doesn't love it. Like, I'm sure he's a fan, but for him, like, he's just there to get the notoriety out. Whereas in a true valet, there's heart and there's soul into it.
Yeah.
And you can notice it. I'm not knocking Travis for doing it. Like you said, you want to toss him the money, toss him the money. But him walking, him taking his time, he doesn't care because he's already huge without it.
Right.
Can y'all talk about what Legend is saying here? I just saw bits and pieces of LFG, and most of those people in there are and NXT are only there because they failed at going pro in the sports. They were playing college or didn't become major pro stars. Okay,
That's usually the case.
No, but
Right.
I think he's saying that to my point of that all of these athletic people,
right.
they've been cutting left and right, and there's no way nobody believes
That Travis Scott.
is
Yeah.
correct,
No, I
that,
hear you.
that he's a wrestler, because they've gotten rid of athletic people. But again, his pop, the marketing he brings, the eyeballs he brings, they're undeniable.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But to Legend 23, yeah, because you really think about most of the athletes that are not making it or jumping over WWE. I mean, you got a couple of good athletes. You have freaking Obafemi. He was like literally a college. He was like a three top tier college student from Alabama. He went
Right.
to Alabama. Freaking Trent Williams. He was a wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles before he got cut.
Right.
And you could look at two of the biggest names, The Rock and Brock Lesnar. Both were playing pro sports and couldn't cut it.
Who was that guy's name you were looking at who was screaming, who was upset?
Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Karrion
he's
Kross.
not mad at Logan Paul. He's probably mad at Travis Scott, because to all of everybody's point, Logan Paul has put the work in.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
those.
think he did.
I've seen those frog splashes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, clearly,
He's yeah.
right. Money aside, he wants to be there.
Right.
But then now here's this guy who, to Simon Says' point, you got all these athletes who would die for it in the back. And then now I got to watch this guy. Let me be the valet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Braun
put some
Breaker is
heart
one as
into
well.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Saying Braun Breaker is also a former wrestler.
Yeah. Now,
So
to
Ron Breaker's
Legend.
dad is freaking Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
His uncle was Scott
Right,
Steiner.
yeah.
So he's got lineage.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a third generation wrestler.
Yeah, now I definitely disagree with Legend here, saying that the ones that are there like NXT, LFG, and Evolve, like they say they don't care about the injury. I totally disagree with that. Like, they're literally trying to make it up the ranks in NXT.
Yeah.
Whether they're good at being wrestlers or not, that's to be determined, right? But they want to be there. They're trying to do it by going up the ranks.
Now, I don't know the numbers like y'all would do, but what would that be yearly for NXT? Like, does it even go past 100,000?
Probably not.
So I'm saying, so in that regard, Legend, if you're making 75,000 and you could possibly, break your neck, to me, it would have to be for the love,
Right.
Because you could go work at Rocket Mortgage and make 200,000 a year and be just as safe as shit.
Yeah.
So
And Preem said it exactly. Travis Scott needs to follow Bad Bunny's example and put in the work.
Right.
Yep.
It's
That's the only way you're gonna
Bad
make
Buddy
it, man.
put in that work.
Yeah,
man.
Bad
He
Bunny
did.
put it
That's the only way you're gonna make it work.
because he trained with Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Before they had their match. So I mean, it's there. It can definitely be done. Another thing that Legend has said, he was saying WWE is trying to do the WrestleMania like the Super Bowl. WrestleMania has always been their Super Bowl.
Yes, it has.
That's always been the thing.
Right.
Their thing using the different cheerleaders. That's just another way to give those cheerleaders a payday because cheerleaders,
Exactly. They don't make no money.
they don't make a lot of money.
Because like, remember, one of Triple H's actual intros, you had all the four horsewomen as one of like the. What was that Conan?
Yeah,
intro?
it was kind of like a King Conan type thing.
So
yeah.
you had Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bailey, and
Sasha
Sasha
Banks. Yeah.
as like
the
like,
attendants
I guess,
or
like,
whatever.
Like,
Before they were wrestling?
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they were in
They were
NXT
wrestling.
at the time.
Oh,
Yeah, they were wrestling.
yeah.
They were in NXT, but they brought them up to and they've done that with a couple of wrestlers too. I mean, like certain wrestlers that were in NXT were like, just regular random like security guards.
Oh no, absolutely. Like the security guards, usually the security or whatever when they come out, is usually indie wrestlers or different people that are on their their way up or whatever. CM Punk was part of John Cena's entrance back at one of the WrestleManias. DDP was part of somebody's entrance. I forgot exactly who. Way back when on WrestleMania. So I mean, it's like they've all done stuff.
It was Honky Tonk Man. He was the driver in the Cadillac.
Right. So I mean, like they promote from within, which or they give people opportunities where they can.
And Legend, last thing on this before we get back to the actual match between Rhodes and Cena is like whether someone's there for the clout or not. Again, it's the talent developer's job to weed out those that have talent to make it farther in the business and those that don't. If they're down there in NXT, if they're down there in Evolve, and they're down there below the main roster, they're gonna get weeded out. So you worrying about whether they're there for not, that's a waste of time and energy. Don't focus on that. Worry about the people that are actually putting in the work, that are good with the mic, really good in the ring and can put on a good show, they're gonna get promoted over the ones that are there for the wrong reasons. It's the way it always happens.
Plus, they got like 40 million TikTok followers.
Logan Paul. Yeah, no.
I mean,
like straight to the head of the line, young man.
I was referring to Travis, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, straight to the head of the line.
Whoever.
Yeah, straight
Absolutely.
to the head of the line.
But I mean, again, to a point that Dido was bringing up before we even started the show, like that type of crossover is what helps.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul, that was his foot in the door.
Yeah.
And then he put in the work after the fact. So
Yes.
I mean, it's like you can't knock him for that. Same thing with The Miz. The Miz literally would be what Logan Paul is literally what The Miz was. The Miz was a reality TV guy.
Yeah.
Who he always wanted to be a wrestler.
Even back in
he
the real
put
world,
but
man.
he put
Remember
the
that?
work in.
I
though.
think Logan Paul is what the Miz thought
Wanted
he
to
was
be.
going to.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean? Like for example, like the Miz made it,
He did.
but he's not as big as Logan.
No.
Right.
I'm not saying that he is, but what I'm saying is, like, for example, when The Miz started, reality TV
I remember
was
that.
he was
And he was
on
on
Real
them
World
shows.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
He was
was
working.
hustling. And like I said, he got into wrestling. He had a little bit of problems with the behind the scenes and locker room stuff because he didn't know the etiquette and all that. But he worked his way up. He did not have social media, Twitter, Twitch, and all of that to work with because it didn't exist
And
yet.
if he did, it probably would have moved him a lot faster.
Right,
for
that's
sure.
what I'm saying. So Logan Paul basically is the new version, in a sense, of The Miz. But like I said, both of them put that actual work in to get to where they are. So it's like you can't knock either one of them because it's like, okay, it's not like they just got there and had no talent. It's like, no, they got there and then worked and worked and worked. So it's like, I can't really say nothing against that.
All right. So the match between Cody and Cena, what'd you guys think of it?
I was in transit.
Oh yeah,
that's
so
right.
right.
He was on his way back.
He cut
Yeah.
up, so he kind of missed it all.
What'd you think, Dido?
I mean, I've always been entertained by John Cena over the years, and I think they were just trying to give him a one-up on,
Undertaker.
No,
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Excuse me.
And that it didn't come across as, and I'm not. I don't like the word I'm going to use because it 100% is the word I'm going to use, but it didn't feel that way. Earned. John Cena, throughout his career, 100% earned it, but it just didn't feel like it. It felt like they just said, here you go. Like it was just given to him. Like it wasn't because you said, well, I've been acting for a while. I was Ricky Stenicki. He's singing about, masturbating every day. If you watch the movie, you'd understand that joke. It was really ridiculous. But anyway. And then he said, you know what? I want to retire, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to retire, so give me the belt. And they just said, okay. Like, it wasn't like I came back and I worked to get that title because I've been away. It just felt like, here you go.
I got you.
And then he's going to be gone. And it felt like a nothing cake.
Did he wrestle at any point outside of WrestleMania before that match? Like, did he get in the ring? Like, or did he just make appearances
Elimination
on the shows?
Chamber.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
He won the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was in the Royal Rumble. He is actually the last person before he got eliminated.
Yeah, Cena, again, Cena's been there long enough. He's had the company on his shoulders long enough.
Yeah.
It's literally a situation where, yes, if you want to beat Flair's record, fine. Here you go. Could the match itself have been better? Sure, absolutely. But I mean, I think the problem was that opening match of night 2 was so good.
Very good.
That women's three-way.
Oh, that was so good.
That was so good.
So
where it's
good.
just like, all right, y'all got to step up. 'Cause
Right.
Every match after that was like, whoa, y'all got to follow this. Have fun.
Have fun with that.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with y'all on that. Yeah, this ultimately to me it was kind of a letdown. Not unexpected the way the results went. Because Cena's going to get his final farewell tour. You guys said he's supposed to be done in December, I think, right?
Yeah. He's going to go.
I mean, so
December.
so they're going to let this ride until all the way into December, and then Cena will go away, and then I think, and then Cody by then will be back, I guess.
Cody's going to get it back then.
Yeah, because obviously,
could be. The problem with Cena's situation, his heel persona is bland. No, his heel persona is not so much bland. I think his heel persona, because his original heel persona as the Doctor of Thugonomics is great. I think what it is the idea with this heel persona, at least in my opinion, he's just done with the fans. He's just like, y'all ragged on me for years, decades even. F y'all. I don't care about anything. I'm just here to get my money and be the best champ ever, and I'm done. I like that. That is because Jericho did that once before.
He did.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's done that, where it's like he came back and didn't say anything, and like that was his heel turn. Like he literally came back, made his appearance, came out, slapping hands and all that, and then just would leave. Didn't even pick up the mic, didn't do nothing. So I have zero problem with him being like, I don't care about y'all because y'all basically shitted on me the whole time.
I always thought he was bland.
Just in general.
Like, I would not watch wrestling. The thugonomics, the big tees and the shorts, it always just seemed like a bad caricature of
Black hip hop culture.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I understand that was the point,
Right.
But like to go from Triple H, Stone Cold,
The
The
Rock,
Rock,
Undertaker,
Y2J, Undertaker, to go from that,
Hell, even Kurt Angle.
to go from that, and then what the hell am I watching?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was it.
At the time, it wasn't around, but I likened him to being like a Temu version of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I didn't
Right.
like Marky Mark and the Funky
Exactly.
Bunch.
Right. Exactly. That's
So
the
it's
whole point.
just so I'm saying to me, it was always, but I know he was colossal. Kids had on the T-shirts, they loved it.
Fruity Pebbles.
which is great. He wasn't for me. So
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. No, that's true. All right. So WrestleMania, you guys thought overall, it to me definitely wasn't as good as last year's. Last year's was fantastic. Go ahead.
to the legend thing, like in my mind, I never thought that it would be anti-hip hop. But if he was supposed to be the pro hip hop, I'm glad I never watched.
Heard that.
Because because I would see him rap and I was like, what are they doing? This is what it's come to?
Yeah, that turned me off. I ain't gonna
That's
front.
what it come to?
yeah.
I mean,
that man was still, I watched them throw The Rock into the Belle Isle.
you mean
Yes, yeah.
And next thing, and this is what it's at now?
Right.
Oh, no.
Look, I understand his persona on that, and I guess we'll move on after this. But after the show, I'm gonna have you listen to a song that
Who's in it?
John Cena's.
Oh,
in.
Oh.
It's not his song.
Is it Ricky Stenicki?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not Ricky Stenicki. This is. I'm gonna have you listen to this. It's a song called "Hustle" or Hustle.
No.
Hustle. I don't know if you ever heard that song before,
Probably.
but it's not his song. He just got
got
verses
verse
in
on
it.
it.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna have you listen to it, and you tell me, because like John Cena was really into, from
Yeah,
my
he
understanding,
he
he was really
can
into hip hop.
rap.
He's
Oh,
not.
no.
Yeah,
He can.
I don't think he was
you just
faking.
talking about the
I'm
persona.
just saying overall, it just
Yeah.
wasn't for me.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Like I do believe he put his heart and soul 100%.
Yeah.
It just,
I got you. Then you'll need to hear the song. But if you want to hear the song, you hear the
I got
song.
one more thing to say. It just to touch base on the AAA thing. So from what I heard as well, that they might be doing like a Worlds Collide between AAA and NXT. So that might be kind of interesting just to take a look. And the wrestler that you get that I saw wrestle was pretty dope is Vikingo. Oh, that dude's awesome. He's good.
Beans.
All right.
Like
No,
Vikingo.
we'll have to see. So obviously, them buying Triple H or AAA.
I hear Triple
Got
A.
Paul
I think
Levesque on my
baseball.
mind, I guess. Because of him going into Hall of Fame. Anyway, so obviously them buying Triple H.
Triple
I did it
A.
again. Triple
Think
A.
baseball.
Yeah, think baseball. Triple A. Yeah. Is going to infuse the company with some more exciting high flyers, lucha libre wrestling, and kind of bring that division maybe in. I don't know if they're going to absorb it. Is that the plan? Maybe to absorb AAA into WWE, or is it still going to be its own promotion?
It's gonna be his own promotion, but
Okay.
they'll have like some wrestlers probably like I said. They'll like I don't know when this is gonna happen, but again, this is supposed to be something down the road where they're gonna do like a cross promotion, like a tournament or whatnot between NXT and AAA.
Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a Worlds Collide thing. They did it before with I believe it was the European style wrestlers when they did Worlds Collide. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah, this will be interesting. But like I said, Vikingo is pretty dope. I don't know if they're gonna like promote Alberto Del Rio or El Patron, but we'll see. I mean, he already got heat right now, so
Okay. All right. No, we'll have to see. All right. So we got a couple of trailers to live react to. Two of them that I refuse to watch. Some other the panelists probably have watched some of them. So let's check out the first one actually right now. Oh,
Oh, you got it.
I didn't think you survived.
Had to ask for drones.
Oh, yeah.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
wow. Okay, that's different.
Yeah. From my understanding, he's one of the protagonists of the movie. Who he is, we don't know. But when we get some, is it Yuta lore? Yalcha.
Yeah.
We get some of their lore, maybe. What they're about, their motivations. Whoa.
I already told y'all.
Honestly,
You told from the comics.
so
It's the same thing. But he looks like a young blood, to be honest with you, the way he looks. So he could be like on like a ritual, not a ritual, but like a what is it? One of those like hunts where he's trying to like become a blooded. But we'll see if that's kind of the case. But that kind of looks kind of interesting.
it
It's
does.
supposed to be in the future because the woman there, Dakota Fanning, I think.
Yes, Dakota Fanning
Is a
Wayland Yutani synthroid?
She's a synthoid,
Yeah, she's
100%.
synthoid, yeah.
So we
Yes, that Wayland Yutani.
still around.
I thought Dakota's the older sister.
The older sister is Ellie Fanning.
The least popular.
Yeah.
I think that's Ellie.
Who?
That's
No,
that's Ellie.
Yeah, I think that's
that was
Ellie.
in Dakota.
Dakota's the older one.
But
Yeah,
I thought,
Dakota.
okay, all right.
wait. That's Ellie Fanning.
Yeah.
I thought he said Dakota.
I
But
thought it said
anywho,
Dakota, but okay,
You know, Dakota's she didn't was in the last Equalizer. That ain't Dakota.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
It'll be interesting
Whoever
to see.
Fanning.
I love the fact that all the trailers are really, really trying to get people back to the movies because in IMAX, only they are literally trying to push that. Like, get your asses back to the theater and watch these movies,
Which is good.
No, I have no problem with it. You know me. Anything that I want to see in the theater, I'm going to go see it on the biggest possible screen for sure. But they're trying to break that habit that they started with COVID, where they were like, "Oh, stay home and watch it." And it's like, yeah, you lost all that money.
Yep.
Yeah, you come back to the theater, get
Right.
some popcorn, get 5. You know, that doesn't.
They aren't advertising it, but
5 gallons of
clearly, I think a
popcorn.
lot of those release windows on streaming have been lengthened
Oh, no,
by
absolutely.
quite a bit, you know,
Absolutely.
which is good. Honestly, so yeah, I'm interested in seeing that. I think it's I enjoy Predators. I enjoy like the Alien franchise. I enjoy Predators. Obviously, I skipped the Predator for
I
reasons.
fell asleep on that one. I don't even remember.
Y'all didn't,
That's
y'all
pretty
didn't miss
bad.
anything.
But no,
Yeah.
Predators in general, I think it's pretty cool. I can't wait to see this. I think it's going to be good. All right, so we got another one to review. So let's take a look at that one.
All right.
Baby, you okay?
This is not a Scream movie.
Do that guided meditation you like.
Find
Okay,
a
horror
peaceful
movie right off
setting
of it.
and close your eyes. Imagine a white light calling you.
Hello?
Now, feel that love
The fuck?
entering your
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 15.
and emanating
Oh, no, he got
out
shot.
in your chest.
Stab. Oh,
Dog!
it was shot.
It's like a harpoon or something.
Get over here.
Sub-Zero.
I know what you did last summer.
Or Scorpion.
15 summers ago.
Always comes back to you.
Oh, give me a fucking.
Not another candy. Man.
Oh, man. Okay.
I know what you did last summer 15 summers ago.
Something like that.
Do you think this is some kind of karma for what we did?
Yep, I know what you did last summer. Is it a remake?
Looks
Seems
like
like
it.
it.
Oh, come on.
I know what you did.
Yep, I know what you did last summer. Remake. Seriously?
Nope, not a remake. It's Freddie Prinze.
Oh, so it's a sequel. Because I know what you did last summer, 15 summers ago.
Yeah, I don't even remember how the second one ended. So.
There was a second one?
Yes, there was.
Oh, gosh.
Remember
I
it
didn't
was
even
the
know.
third
I know what
one.
you did last summer, too.
Still know or whatever.
I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a third one.
Oh, this one's called I Haven't Forgot What You Did Last Summer.
Exactly. No, good one.
Oh, damn.
That's good.
I just have one question.
That was
What
JLH.
did you
Yep.
do last summer?
What did you do last
do
summer?
last summer?
Oh, boy.
This place is so beautiful, it makes me want to die.
Don't worry, you will.
I mean, careful what you wish for. All right, so
Not
July
interested.
18th, that comes out this year. Mega Sean is just like shaking his head,
I'm not
like
interested.
come on, man.
Well, no, I mean, I'll just because the first one, to me was always dumb, and I ironically watched it like a week ago. Like it was an accident.
Yeah.
Right?
So hey, we hit this guy. He was stumbling around the street. Okay, so I'm hoping in this one that it's not something dumb, especially now in 2025. And you're like, well, how come we didn't just?
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah, how come we didn't just call for help? And
Right.
just, call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't-
So is the lesson learned? Anytime you hit somebody in the road, you run over and make sure they dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That must be that must be it.
or that.
Thanks for the ride, lady. You make sure you
You know what's bad though? I know they did two. They did three, and the third one was even stupider than the actual. Because that one
first
went
two,
straight to
yeah.
DVD.
I don't
It
even
didn't
know what
come
the
out
third
TV.
one was called.
It was.
So I know there was I Steel.
Yeah, it still was the sequel.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but the third one was like basically they turned the dude into like a zombie or like a Jason.
See,
come
there
on,
you go.
man.
They gave-
Come
they gave-
on, man.
God,
I
really?
mean, if you think about it, if it came out in the 80s, that's what they would have did.
Right.
100%.
True.
Now, granted. So we know the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies were known for usually two things. Extremely low cut Jennifer Love Hewitt, shots.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Sarah Michelle Gellar to a little bit lesser degree.
Mm-hmm.
They had the young hot Hollywood stars back in the day. You had Ryan Phillippe, you had Freddie Prinze, Sarah Michelle Gellar, JLH, right? I don't see none of that in this in this film.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I see none of that.
That's because
here.
we're grown.
No. What I mean, like, is there's they picked a bunch of no name kids, right, to try and relaunch this franchise, and I just think it's a mistake.
Well,
You attach it to Freddie Prinze and JLH,
Well, yeah.
which they're older and they're not going to be hot like that anymore, right? So what's going to bring people in? I don't see it.
The slasher part. I mean, if you think about it, in my honest opinion, I like horror movies. I like slasher movies. When they try too hard, like for this one, because this seems like something that would come straight to DVD, Tubi, what have you. It could still be fun to watch.
for sure.
But I'm not interested in the way where they're trying to portray it. Like, it's just like
What?
the same mold again. It's just when you do the same mold too much, it's kind of like a little annoying. My honest opinion.
Is this for real? Legend says, keep in mind, in between the third film and this one, they had an Amazon series based on
so.
it. Is that for
I
real?
thought it came on MTV though, but yeah, there was a show.
What?
Yeah.
That's
and then,
crazy.
And then back to that Jennifer Love Huge. Even when they had, even like when that whole run happened, I was always confused because I was like, what's huge? You know what I'm saying? Like
it was just out there. They were just out there. That's all.
I mean,
They were just out there, out front and center.
Yeah.
B at best. I don't know
A lot
what.
of people call her
B
H.
cup? No, she ain't no B cup now.
A lot of people call her HTs, but was she really HT?
Maybe because we were children.
No, it's not so much that. It's
Right.
just people were finally seeing what a push-up bra could do. They didn't.
There you go.
Right.
There you go,
Like, what
man.
is
It's
that?
like
Like,
anybody
where's the
that's
hype?
anybody that's a fan of larger breasts knows that she's not that big. She's average sized at best for most. The push up makes them look much bigger than they
Because
actually
when they said it in
are.
a scary movie, I was like, I was just confused then.
Right.
Like huge where?
Right.
Right.
You know.
So again, I mean, that between that movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Heartbreakers, that's
But again,
that was Jennifer
Heartbreakers,
Love
the whole
Hewitt.
idea of it was to play up her sex appeal. Like
Yeah.
that's
That movie was
again,
funny too.
Again, people have to understand that women's fashion is designed mainly by men in a lot of instances.
Really?
Yeah. Bras
I thought a lot of
and
women
high
were
heels
into
and all
that.
that were designed by men.
A long time ago, I thought, but as the time has progressed, and just me seeing in the
I
pop
understand
culture, I
that,
thought
but the whole the original concept of the heel, the bra, and all that was to push all that up, make them stand a certain way so things stick out a certain way. That was what all that stuff was designed to do.
Well,
so
high heels were designed to stay on horses, and they were for men back in the day.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is when it came to women's fashion, that's what guys wanted. They wanted that, again, the hourglass figure, the curvy look, and all that other sort of thing. So the foundations are always there, regardless of anybody. You know, yes, a lot more women design clothes now, but
Brandy was
the sequel with Brandy. I almost forgot about that
because she had her yelling into the camera.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Now it's coming back.
Yeah.
I will always know what you did last summer. That's crazy.
And I believe that she actually lived in that movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Lived in what?
Brandy. So she,
lived in the movies?
No, she survived.
Yes, she did. No, she did. Yes, she did.
Oh.
She was one of the rare black characters to survive.
LL Cool J did.
Probably at that.
Yeah, he did.
Probably at that time, she was, big enough, before that car accident. She was, she was big enough to say like, I'll do it, but I don't want to die.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. So no, gonna go see it, not see it. Wait till streaming.
Predator. I'll see.
Yeah, Predator for sure.
This-
but not bad.
Yeah. This do you get? We gonna pass on this one maybe. Wait till streaming. Streaming. All right. Cool. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
That one is not going to get me to the theater.
Yeah.
No, I heard that. I heard that.
For that.
All right. So, oh no, go ahead. What were we gonna say?
No, Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars stuff. So, let's skip the Star Wars celebration stuff because we, that's kind of been done to death. We probably have to go a little bit over because we need to talk about Andor season 2's comeback. People consider Andor the best Star Wars anything ever done.
Come again?
This is not me saying.
What I'm saying, that's saying defined ever done.
Okay, so
out of all the Star
what do
Wars,
you consider? What do you consider the best Star Wars anything you've ever seen?
The Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes
all
Back.
the stuff that we grew up on.
Correct. Right.
They're saying it's better than that.
Yes, they do say it's better than that.
When it comes to the drama, it is.
Yes.
Because it doesn't really have any of the other Star Wars stuff. This is the behind the scenes. How did it get to the point where the rebellion is getting to where they are?
That's the guy that died at the end of
That's
the one
Andor,
movie,
yeah,
right?
it's in Rogue One. Yes. So I mean, the reason they say this, right, is because strip away all the space wizards, laser swords, and all this other kind of stuff. You're getting in like mature themes, political thriller, rebellion and stuff like that, down and dirty, down and gritty in a galaxy far, far away. For some people, that really, it sounds funny, but it's the
You
truth.
said in a galaxy far, far away.
But I don't make up the slogans.
Is that in the thing as it's coming down? you got drama, you got this, in a galaxy far, far away.
No. So I mean, but honestly, no, for real though. They consider Andor the best of the best. It is a slow burn, and I think that's being generous by saying it's a slow burn. That may not tickle everybody's fancy, but for a lot of people that are looking for mature fare in Star Wars, this is it. Okay. So now, Star Wars, Andor season 2. I watched two episodes of season 3. They released 3 initially. You watched all 3. Did you watch all 3?
Yeah.
Did you watch any Simon Says?
No, I ain't watched the first season.
Oh boy!
Oh, you didn't watch first season either. Okay,
Andor.
So we got 2 people that didn't watch first season. We got 2 people that watched first season.
Oh, yeah. First season was awesome.
Yeah, first season was. It took me 2 watches to get through season 1.
Let me ask you something.
No, go ahead.
First episode, was this the first shit that I've heard in Star Wars? Because I can't recall one off the top of my head.
I can't recall one either. I can't recall one either.
I don't think I've ever heard the word shit in anything Star Wars.
No,
Okay.
Star Wars, the furthest Star Wars would ever go was damn, hell,
Yeah.
and that was about
I think this is the first
This
shit.
is the first true English-speaking cuss word that we've heard in all of Star Wars.
I was surprised by
But
that.
I will binge it between now and next week. Okay.
Yeah, because Cassian, he ain't no punk.
Right? No. You kind of get to see him develop into the guy you saw at Rogue One, right?
Dank Ferrick.
And Dank Ferrick is
that's
probably
their curse
That's
word,
probably
but,
the closest you'll get
or
to a
Bantapudu.
right?
Is Forrest Whitaker still in there?
Yes, he
possibly
is in the
be
season.
Yeah,
Yes,
possibly.
he is.
Yeah.
In both,
he hasn't shown up yet, but I believe he's going to be in
this
it.
season. He
'Cause
wasn't
it's
in
Saw
last
Gerrera.
season.
He had a lot to do with the development
He
of
was
the
in last season too.
Rebellion.
Was he in last season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He met up with my man. Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Yeah. Bill
Yeah.
Skarsgård's character.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
But
Nah, honestly.
I like that they released these 3 episodes together.
Yeah.
And I guess apparently 3 episodes is the release schedule, but the first episode was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Those other 2 would not have worked if I had to wait week to week to get to them. I think that's why they're doing them. They're pacing it exactly the way it needs to be paced. Because episodes 2 and 3 were fine for the story they were telling, but if it was literally like, okay, well, episode 3 is coming up next week, and then I watched that, I would have been like, oh hell, no, that's all you giving me? Yeah, the way they're packaging them works for the pacing. Because there's no way episode 3 by itself would have been like, I'd be like, I'm sorry, episode 2 rather.
Yeah, because episode 2, you got this standoff between the, and I'm like, why the hell you guys fighting, yo? Like, are you trying to get off this rock or not?
Exactly.
What the hell's your problem?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there's stuff with that.
Yeah, in episode 1, when we saw it, the daring escape, that first of all, that TIE fighter was actually kind of sweet.
That TIE fighter's badass.
Oh my god, that TIE fighter was sweet.
I am going to hate when I know that thing's going to get destroyed, because I'm sure that is the prototype and that thing is gone. But that is an amazing TIE fighter.
Yo, I'm telling you, if that had gone into mass production,
oh,
forget it. The Rebels are not winning.
Done.
Forget it.
Done.
Yeah, forget it. If that had gone into mass production, forget it. That thing was
target
awesome.
on individual freaking people.
Yes, dude. That.
The thing had twin Gatling gun laser repeaters.
Yes,
I'm just like,
turbo lasers. Oh, bro,
Like,
that
bro.
was, come on, man.
it's like they would have been like, okay, the rebels are coming up trying to take over trying to blow up the Death Star. All right, send out 2 of them TIEs.
Yep.
That whole
They're all
fleet is
gone.
done.
You're right. The repeaters alone would have wiped out a whole couple of squadrons.
Like,
Dude, it was a wrap, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that tie was bad.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that thing.
Much like you, I was lost on the second episode a little bit by Cassian getting bogged down by those, by the people that basically intercepted the pilot he was supposed to meet, right? Because those dudes were idiots.
Yeah, they were.
They were such idiots.
I think that was the point, to show kind of how he can kind of manipulate people and do a little bit of the influence here and there.
Yeah,
and I thought that was okay and it was fine, but I don't know. I like the imagery of the third episode when they're trying to basically show Mon Mothma more or less getting drunk.
Yeah,
and because you didn't see it, but it's like they're showing that she's going down this spiraling thing that she has no control over.
Yeah,
I like that aspect of it. They're kind of playing that up, and it's just like, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
but
good.
It was the add-on, because the episode 2 was also showing that the rebellion was not always really together. Because if you remember correctly, and I think it was in the first season, when Saw Gerrera was basically talking about all the factions and how to, different
Basically
factions, they had different ideologies or whatever.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw that in this.
Absolutely.
So that's also something that you see, because it's like, you see this perfect rebellion in the movies that we saw. Oh, everybody's doing things that I was supposed to do. Everybody's trying to get, but you never saw this faction doesn't want to go to war, or this faction is extremely cultist, and this faction is like this. So
they all want the same thing, but they want to do it in different ways.
I mean, Saw Gerrera's way was different than Mon Mothma.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And for you that haven't seen it, and even for Simon Says that hasn't seen it, what you're going to see is that you're going to see how the rebellion kind of comes together around a singular purpose, defeating the Empire and gaining free will. But you're going to see how exactly the struggle is, how hard it is to get all these disparate factions together and working together and doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't talk to each other.
Where you going to get the money from? Because that's Mon Mothma's biggest
Bro,
part.
like all of that.
And on top of that, the person that she went to, what was his name? Tay whatever. I think he's starting to crack.
Yeah. Because he's lost a lot of his money.
Yeah.
And his wife is leaving him because he lost all the money.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then you also see what Mon Mothma essentially has to sacrifice.
She had to sacrifice her daughter.
She had to sacrifice her daughter. She had to bear off her own daughter.
But her daughter doesn't really care, if you think about it.
She doesn't.
Because she's really religious into that, what you call it. She that's what she wants. And Mon Mothma, she even said it in that, what you call it. It's like, if you don't want to go out there, you don't have to. Right. You can call it a victory if you don't go out there, because I wish my mom said this to me. And she was like, well, I wish you were drunk or whatever. right. So she doesn't really care. She doesn't care.
The other thing that I like that was it was a funny highlight was the mother-in-law clapback.
Oh, that woman is. Oh my god, I could not imagine having a mom like that.
Yeah,
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Like I forgot. I can't. The Imperial officer's name. I always forget her name, but she's super dry. But then like that one moment you kind of cheered for is just like yeah. Because this one her boyfriend or whatever has this really overbearing mom. It's the stereotypical like mom that meddles too much, and so it was funny to watch that whole scene of she just shut her down like this is how it's gonna be. Period. And then you even saw immediately she flipped and started treating her son better. So it was just like that was actually kind of cool. So little stuff like that. Because again, that's stuff that you would never get in a movie because it wouldn't fit.
It's character development.
Yeah, it's character. Exactly. It's cool character development that you can get out of a TV show that you just can't get anywhere else.
And I'm interested to see, once you binge it, I'm very interested to hear after you've been able to binge it because I guess your goal is to try and binge the first season and maybe even catch up so that when we start watching next week.
How long are the episodes?
So the episodes they're long.
About 45 minutes.
Like 45 minutes each, right? Yeah. Long is subjective, right?
Gotcha.
They're longer than the average Marvel stuff normally is.
Yeah, it feels like close to an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see your perspective of what you've experienced as a first-time watcher. Coming into this cold, being fully removed from all the traditional Star Wars fare, and see how you like this and the assessment of people saying that Andor is the best Star Wars thing ever.
My God.
Because I mean the incredulousness of what you was just like, wait a minute, what?
Well, because I remember, when they had, a black stormtrooper, and it was just the end.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
It was the end of the world.
Yeah,
so for this to be better than all of that, it's I have to, I got to watch.
Yeah, because again, we're talking. Do not watch this with your kids. This is serious, mature
Oh, you should. The first episode, if I remember correctly, didn't he try to escape from straight up murdering somebody?
Yeah, you talking about the original? You talking about the first season?
First season,
first season. Yeah,
it's he's trying to fuck with him in a bar, and he's just like, "All right, you better leave me alone."
Oh, the Warriors are winning. Good. Last of Us. Oh,
okay. Last of Us is also really good.
Oh yeah. Wait, are we done? Mace Windu is going to be in Fortnite.
I guess we can move on to other stuff about. So like Star Wars Celebration. Obviously, that was one of the announcements. The collaboration between Fortnite.
Right? You're gonna
get Mace Windu. Yes, you're gonna get Darth Jar Jar. I know you're looking forward to that.
Not at all.
Right? You're gonna be able to fly some X-wings. We
could do that before. I just want Mace.
You just want Mace, huh?
Bring him back
with
to
the
life.
with the purple lightsaber.
But they won't let you. Well, I know people have been campaigning so that we can actually use lightsaber as a pickaxe because you only usually get it in the Star Wars mode, and it's like a power you have being able to use the Force. And
wasn't Vader already in Star Wars?
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah.
Okay, Finn too, right?
And,
Finn and Rey,
and Darth Maul.
Okay,
Darth Maul getting
and I believe the Emperor Palpatine. I believe he'll be in there. So
right. They're supposed to be adding Force lightning. I heard.
Do it.
That's what I hear as a power. Yes,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So other things coming out of Star Wars Celebration. Obviously, people got to see that Sean Levy film is going to be with Ryan Gosling, and it's titled Star Wars Starfighter. So that makes me excited because I love space battles.
Yeah,
and hearing that it's going to be Starfighter with, I guess it's going to be their turn to do Top Gun because everybody copies off everybody. It's supposed to be Top Gun Maverick with Star Wars, essentially, right?
Yeah, well, it's
gonna be a tall order.
That's a tough act to follow.
Yeah, brother, that's gonna be a tall order.
Because that's the movie that brought everybody back to the cinema. Yeah, was that movie?
Yeah,
so
I remember when we went to go see it. Like, dog, even when we went to see it for free, that bitch was packed.
Because it was a good, like you could tell. That's why he was like, let's wait. So if it's anything like this and it's in a galaxy far, far away,
this was during COVID. Me and this man had to sit in the front because it was so packed.
Ew, man, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't mind it. It was still a good time
when I was in Vegas.
It was still a good time.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick was solid. Though.
It was solid. So seeing that they're going to do that. Yeah. Hearing that they talked a little bit briefly about Star Wars Visions Season 3. They're going to be doing some spinoffs of some of the more popular ones like The Duel, The Ninth Jedi. They're supposed to be doing that more as expanded spinoffs or maybe even their own shows. I I kind of think that's what they're doing with that. Ahsoka season 2 is definitely coming.
Yep.
Hayden Christensen is coming back as Anakin again, which
Yes.
again that was solid. I think that everything.
I
about,
really like that. in
Would
the
y'all
first
want to
season.
get? Would y'all want Hayden Christensen to get his own Star Wars project,
I don't
even
see
outside
why.
of Ahsoka?
I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say because I enjoy the story of Darth Vader. I mean, a lot of people who like Star Wars does, but it's been told. And it's been told in the movies. It was told in Clone Wars. You saw that stuff. You're seeing a little bit of things in Ahsoka's point of view. You don't really need that amount of spending. Now, we're saying that. It'd be kind of fun to see a Darth Vader after he just became we saw as soon as he became Darth Vader, but after he got the robotics and he's going out hunting, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But would that be, I mean, TV shows, protagonists, which Darth Vader is supposedly be marketed as, he's the actual antagonist. You want to watch a TV show? He's just going around, murdering people. Now I know what your answer is.
I would watch it.
Give it to me.
Yeah, when he fought Obi-Wan,
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Now you talking about enjoying something more than anything in out of anything Star Wars. That and then him catching that
freighter
ship.
or whatever.
So we are talking about in the Obi-Wan show, right?
Pump,
Yes.
Pump it into
my-
my veins.
Yes.
If that is the
Some good
Vader,
stuff.
because you saw him, choking people. Like, oh, okay, all right, Darth. But to just grab that thing out. Oh,
I mean, you did see him being a menace, Phantom Menace. Even though he was in Phantom Menace, was he Phantom Menace? Anyway,
Yes, he was in Phantom
But anyway. But to see him actually be the menace that he was purported to be, because you didn't see that in the original
Right.
movies.
No, you didn't.
You didn't
No,
see
you
that.
didn't.
you just got the air choke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. These awkward movements. Man.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it was because
That's what you saw.
That's all they could do back then.
Like you said, that
was-
pulling
yeah.
yeah. I guess I kind of would have seen
Here's the thing. There was a comic.
talked you
There
into
was a
it.
comic series that came out. I think Dark Horse released it originally, and I think it got moved over. But there's a Darth Vader comic series that they could literally pull all of these stories from, because it is exactly what you were talking about, where he was hunting down the various Jedi that escaped Order 66. He teams up with this doctor.
Oh yeah.
Dr.
Afra or whatever.
Dr. Afra.
Yeah, so if they do that and translate that, now again, it doesn't have to be exactly, because that's so boring when it's like, okay, I've already read this, now you're just putting it on screen.
I didn't read it. They put it on
I
screen.
get
Vader
that,
Down
but
was
what I'm
dope,
saying
man.
is I would not mind them adapting that and taking it serious and letting it be dark.
Yeah.
So, question though.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Before you get there, I just want to, not necessarily being dark, but also seeing the struggle of him trying to stay on the dark side.
Yeah.
Because people might be trying to pull him back to the light at
no,
the same
absolutely.
time. Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So my question is, then what do they need Hayden for?
I mean, if you're going to
To
be
be
in
the voice
mask,
and maybe do flashbacks.
To be the voice.
That's
Well, technically,
James
no.
Jones'
You
job.
technically, no. You
So
wouldn't.
what do they need Hayden for?
for the flashbacks?
For the flashbacks.
For the
No.
flashbacks part.
I
Because
got- I
Anakin
got-
does
I
have
got
visions
one
of
more-
himself.
Of him being young.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
ahead,
Anakin
Simon.
does have those visions.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Simon.
Yeah, you need to. I really kind of like screw all that, man. There's Vader, all that shit. Do something out of the box. I want to know the whole lore of the whole Sith, how that whole Sith war came about, how the Rule of Two came in.
you mean like 25,000 years
That-
prior to all that?
That'll be like something that I would be interested in to learn. Like, okay, the whole like, oh, this whole Sith war between like how they killed each other and all that shit, and then how the Rule of Two came about.
I agree.
So,
Shit.
I like
so
to
you
see
mean no half measures like the Acolyte and stuff like that?
No, fuck that.
Go all the way back.
all
and
the way
make
back
it
to
all
Sith war.
Sith.
The
Yeah,
Sith
so
war.
the beginning of the
basically what
Jedi and the
Prior's
Sith
talking
War, or
about.
whatever.
Yeah, what
right?
MK Prior 12 is saying,
Yeah.
I want a Darth Bane
Darth
series.
Bane, yep.
Have it right at the end, or right around the end of the Sith War.
Exactly.
And him starting the Rule of Two. That
Exactly.
could that could be great.
Because it could be original.
I read that series of books, the Darth Bane books, is
Yeah.
a trilogy. It was actually really good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that you can definitely tell. I have zero problems with them going back away from all of the stuff that we're familiar with, or that most people are familiar with. I think the hard sell is going to be you're gonna have a hell of a teaser trailer to get people interested, because Acolyte stepped away from all of the stuff that we were familiar with the
But I
exception
liked
of
it.
No, I liked it too.
I
But
liked
what
it.
I'm
I
saying
did
is,
too.
general audiences, besides the people that were going to downplay it just because it was woke and blah, all that
Yeah,
other
yeah.
BS, you
Yeah,
were stepping
terrible.
away so far away from what was recognizable for a lot of people that it was just like, I don't know if I'm interested.
And see, that's the problem. it can't always be the same.
I know.
I don't even.
I
hear
don't.
you
I
go
don't
into
want
that.
it. I don't.
I
I
hear
don't,
you.
I don't, again, I don't want it to be the same. But what I'm saying is, for a general audience, they
Sing it
need
to the
that
choir.
little bit of familiarity to pull them in.
The familiarity is robots.
Which series was Jude Law in? Was that the Acolyte or the one?
That was Skeleton
Crew.
And how did that one do?
So mixed reactions. I don't think it stuck the landing. I think throughout this.
So was it too far? So is it to GQ's point? Was it too far away from the beaten path?
Yes and no. Well, the reason I would say no is because it reminded you of the sense of wonder and escapism that the original trilogy had, right?
Okay.
And if you were of that opinion or that mindset, it literally was the Goonies in space. Literally, it was that.
Was it led by a woman?
No.
Was it
was led by kids?
Was it led by?
It was led by kids.
And none of them were non-binary or anything like that?
You had a black kid.
You had a white kid. You had a black kid. You had an Asian kid. You had a alien kid.
So nothing for that group of whoever to complain about. It was something new.
Oh, they were.
They complained.
They were going to complain.
They complained.
They complained anyway.
Okay.
They complained. Yeah, they wanted to.
But then the Dr. Coochie's point. You can't make
here's the
everybody
reason.
happy.
Here's the
You
reason
can't
they complained.
make everybody
Who was it that had two moms? It was the
happy.
cyborg girl, right?
asked you
Yeah,
was
the
it in there.
Yeah.
See,
But see, they weren't prominent. But the fact
That's all
that
it
she had
takes.
two moms, yeah, exactly.
That's all it
that's
takes
all it
for
took.
that-
Right.
for that
That's
crowd.
literally all it
All
took.
of a sudden, that's what it takes.
Right.
We got people that fucking green. They got eyeballs everywhere.
And you worried about
two moms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 100%. No, I hear you.
Right.
So speaking of Sith, right? To your point, Star Wars animation, they're developing a new series. It is all Darth Maul.
Damn.
And it's showing the period between the end of the Clone Wars leading up to Rebels. So we're talking even like him, basically building
This is live
or
action?
continue. Oh no,
No,
this
it's
is
gonna be
animation.
animation.
This is animation. They brought out Sam Witwer, where he's going to be Maul's voice, obviously, like he always was. So it's going to be covering, him doing Crimson Dawn shit. I'm assuming.
So it's probably his rise and fall because by the time Rebels came around, he had fallen.
Yeah.
He was some old
Right.
hermit again.
Yeah, because by then, let's see, the events of Solo had happened by then. So some people were speculating: is Kira going to be in this series at some point as well? So we'll
Sounds
see.
like Legends didn't. He didn't watch Clone Wars. Go back and watch all the Clone Wars.
He says, "I'm still shocked Maul even survived being cut in half after episode 1."
Go watch Clone Wars.
I know it's like low hanging fruit to say that I missed the whole being cut in half part. When we initially watched it back in 1998.
I don't know how you.
I don't get how you did that either.
I must have been blinking. I wasn't looking. I don't know what to say.
He sneezed and he was looking for some tissue. Like
No, literally, when we went to go see it in the movie theater, it was me, GQ, and Tavis, and I think our girlfriends at the time. We went to go see it in the theater, and we watched it. We enjoyed it. I had zero idea Maul had been cut in half. So I saw Obi-Wan cut him.
So then you can't say we watched it then, because you weren't watching it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Legend. Watch Clone Wars. Disney Plus has them all.
Apparently, Legend said he missed it too.
He missed. Oh yeah. No, he says he saw it.
No, he said
he can't. But he survived.
Right.
Yeah,
so
he did survive.
Saw it.
He survived because
he
was enraged.
Yeah, I was like,
with that anger.
Man, when we were working. We went to work. What was it?
He dropped his watch.
We went the next week. He was like, "Yeah, man, the Maul got cut in half." I was like, "What are y'all talking about? He didn't get cut in half." He was like, "Yes, he did." He was like, "He got cut in half." I was like, "No, man, he didn't get cut in half."
So you dropped your whoppers, man.
All of them said it. Yeah, all of them said it. So I was like, "Oh, he did." Like I didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, you saying you did watch, but you were just all right. I got you. I understand.
I mean, the thing is again, the whole thing is he survived because he was able to just channel all his rage and hatred for Kenobi, and that's what kept him alive.
And
but it also
never
drove him
ended.
mad.
Oh yeah, because he was nuts in the cartoon.
Yeah, it never ended. Like even to the point when he was that old man and he tracked him down at Tatooine, he's still screaming Kenobi's name in the middle of the desert.
Oh, my man, Legend. My man Legend did himself a disservice. When Clone Wars went to Disney, I was like, nope, I'm out.
Dude,
you missed the best season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like like season 7 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, dude.
You need to drop your prejudices, buddy.
No, absolutely.
Thank
Like,
you. Yes, thank you.
unless
Thank
they
you for saying
put
that.
unless they put like something I want to watch on like some like KKK network or something.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'm going.
That's very extreme, but yeah.
No, but I'm being real.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to stop me from watching stuff that I'm interested in.
Right.
Yeah,
Ever.
100%.
Like period. Like you would have to literally put it on some network that's just like, well, we hate black people. Okay.
Look,
all right, fine.
That Takeem, that was the best for me, the best lightsaber fight in all of Star Wars because you had Kenobi with somebody he faced before, and he started off like how he was. Then he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm mature now."
Yep.
And it was just like bing, bing,
Boom, boom, boom. Over.
Yeah, it was very, very much an Akira
I
Kurosawa
get
moment.
chills even now thinking about it. We gotta watch that after.
Giving who the money? Disney?
Yeah, he's
Stop giving me your money. That's never gonna happen.
He's been hung up on Disney.
He
stuff
don't
for
watch
years.
Marvel movies?
Well, that's just too bad.
Yeah,
'Cause
He don't watch ESPN? They've got the money.
Disney owns everything, buddy.
They've got
Just
the money.
give
bro,
in to it.
like, bro, I'm invested in Disney. I don't really.
They've got
I don't
that.
care.
Same here. They've
Right.
got
It's
the money.
It's like Disney gives me money. So
My
I
man
have zero
literally
problem with that.
is like running a protest vote on Disney, and he misses the whole Siege of Mandalore, like literally Ahsoka's greatest shining moment in animated form, and he was like, "Yeah, nope, I'm not gonna watch it." Like what?
And Iguana Man is 100% right. The Disney argument is weird considering George Lucas has let Star Wars sit and did not do anything with it for decades.
Oh, stop
Disney has given us more interesting Star Wars stuff than Lucas has. I'm just gonna be real.
They do.
Lucas gave us 6 movies and the first part of a animated series, and that's fine.
You know what? Hold up. So wait.
I mean, that was still him, though.
Yes.
Yeah, the prequels had their
And
thing
Revenge
going,
of the Sith
for
was
sure.
freaking dope.
So I'm curious. You know, Legend is doing all this hooting and hollering about Disney and stuff like that. Did he watch The Mandalorian at all?
I'm saying The Mandalorian is some
Like,
of the best
did-
Star
did-
Wars
did-
stuff
did-
that
did-
ever
was
came
good
out.
television.
Like,
Yes,
did
it
he
was.
watch any of those? You know, he didn't watch the Bad Batch. I'm assuming.
Bad Batch is also
Clearly, he
Bad
didn't.
Batch is
Clearly, didn't watch that either, right?
good television.
Didn't watch Solo. Didn't. Well, I mean, it was in theaters, so
I mean,
it was in theaters, right? But he wasn't paying, for Disney Plus. So like, you could buy The Mandalorian whether on Blu-ray, so you're not like paying it like.
You're still giving
You're still giving Disney
You're
money.
still giving Disney money, no matter what you do. It's like,
But like GQ said, if it's something I like, I'm not letting anything get in the way of me watching.
Yeah.
yeah, It's just like,
I mean, if he
But that's
doesn't,
me.
watch it,
Yeah, no, I mean,
this is
that's-
how I put it. If he doesn't watch it, the only person that's missing out,
it's him.
and I'm not going to criticize you for that. I just, you're missing out. That's
Some
all.
people are standing up on their principles, and okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
Stand on your principles.
I get it. You
buddy.
stand on your principles.
Don't
I
let
get
our
it.
opinions change anything
Yeah.
you do. You continue doing you, and I will continue enjoying the TV.
That's the
shows
way he's
which
always been. I
watch.
mean, he probably still shit talk the Rock to this day, don't you? Don't you? I know. Yeah. He said I saw YouTube clips of it, and I saw my parents watch all that. My brother has access to Disney.
Get his
And I get it
password.
from
That means you ain't paying for it, then.
Why
You
you
get his
paying for it?
password.
Like, what
He can't be trusted. Because he's
are you
watching.
talking about
He's
here?
watching. He's just not paying.
What are we talking about here?
Bad Batch, A-Team in space. That's
come on.
100%.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
watching.
why can't we get Knight Rider in space?
What are we talking about here? Like this guy.
They haven't successfully rebooted Knight Rider ever.
Well,
Ever.
Not at all.
They've tried, I think, 3 different times, and this did
Knight
not
Rider
work.
2000.
you know it's because
What was it?
the
That
car's just not cool enough.
yeah. Well, yeah.
The OG Firebird was the coolest one.
It was right. The remake with I forget this. It used to be on soap operas, but Val Kilmer was the voice.
Yeah,
of
Val
Kit,
Kilmer was the voice,
on
yeah.
NBC. Oh, and Kit was a Ford Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Ford
Like
Mustang.
I see, the first time they put him into a newer Firebird, and then he was also in like some '57 Chevy, I think, and then they put him in a Firebird, and then they made it again. That's the one they put him in the Mustang.
Yeah.
But yeah, OG. I like Fords too.
Yeah.
I don't think Kit should be a
all
Ford.
all them vehicle hero shows they just ain't in like that anymore. Where the Airwolf Street Hawk, that don't matter. Knight Rider don't matter.
Yep. Viper.
Viper,
100%
it
right.
just don't matter. It's not,
Viper.
it's not hot like that. Bring back Viper, like MK Pryor said.
Here's the thing.
a Cynthia
Legend.
ship
Tried
would work.
to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
did.
tried to remake Viper. They did it twice, and it sucked.
Can you do it without Pam Anderson and the the sex appeal and stuff like that?
I thought that was VIP.
That was VIP.
It was VIP.
I thought She wasn't a Viper? Oh.
VIP was terrible, but it worked.
Yeah.
No,
was a
VIP,
good-
We know how it worked.
VIP was all sorts of fun to watch.
Viper was just Airwolf on the ground. Yeah. Wasn't it what like Viper was like it would change colors and some shit, right?
Something like that.
Y'all know what's funny though? They had a motorcycle called Street Hawk.
Yeah.
It was just it was a souped up motorcycle. It even it just sucked.
No. Are we talking about the same Street Hawk from 1984, 1985?
Yeah.
I love that show. What the fuck are you talking about? I love Street Hawk. Street Hawk was awesome.
Motorcycle, dude. It's like
Street Hawk was awesome.
Funny though, it's like you said, like every like iteration of like vehicle they did in the 80s.
Yes, they did.
Of course.
Yeah, they did. Lest we forget Hulk Hogan and Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise.
they always starring the WCW wrestlers.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was funny though. It was like they really literally had him on a deal because Turner was like, okay, yeah, we'll give you they was like, yeah, we'll give you that wrestling contract, but also we'll give you this TV show as well. They had him set up for for the jump.
Yeah.
Yes, man. All right. Any other things before we bust out of here?
Sinners and The Last of Us, the
Can't talk about
second
Sinners.
episode.
I've been trying to go see that movie.
They can
5 days now.
they can come back next week and get that.
So
awesome talk.
so Sinners, I still need to go see.
Okay.
I can't. I don't know when I'm going to be able to see it.
I haven't watched The Last of Us just yet.
You're talking to me about Andor?
Yes.
You've watched
You haven't
3
watched any
episodes
of
of
them?
one show and you couldn't watch one episode of another show?
Listen, man.
Boo this man.
Listen, man. I'm telling you, I keep waiting for my daughter because she
You
played
have
The Last
an
of Us.
obligation
You're right. You're right. I will.
to the couch.
I will.
If I got to go home and watch Andor, for how many episodes is the first season?
Like what? 9 or 12?
If I gotta
watch.
if I gotta watch 11 or 12 episodes of Andor, you better watch those 2 episodes.
I will. So
of The Last of
Legend.
Us.
I'll tell you
Be
what.
3 next week.
You got homework. I got homework, and Megashawn's got
Made the
homework.
Knicks beat the Pistons. Bite
Boo
your
this
tongue.
You
man.
better get this
How
man
dare
off
you.
of my show. In fact, you are uninvited from our show next week. Do not come back.
And you know what, Legend?
I don't mean that.
Let me tell you something. I
Better
haven't
come back.
rooted for a team from Detroit in years, but I am excited about tomorrow.
My man. We
I
gonna be
am
there.
locked
We gonna
in
be there.
to win. Foam finger, maybe
This
not a
fool
jersey.
said Knicks in 5. What?
Oh, easy.
Knicks in 5.
Easy.
Man, watch them get this work tomorrow. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, this has been a supersized episode, so
Yes,
we
it has.
appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do. So we welcome all of you, except for Legend, to come back next week and watch another great episode of Coach Junkies Live right here on YouTube and Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central from my friends, the Great Adakuji GQ, Simon Says, and Megashawn. I'm Kishiro. See you guys later. Have a great week.
All righty, everybody.
Wake up over there.
Bye.
This boy said.
Oh.